You're probably wondering how I got to this mess in Fortnite. Well, it all started when a young me decided to try out Fortnite for the first time. After all, it's one of the most popular and trending video games of all time, and it's really popular even on Xbox. So I decided to try it out for the first time. As you can see, I got some characters here because I played Rocket League, and since I have Game Pass Ultimate, I got Fortnite Crew out of nowhere and got random new characters and things in Fortnite, like this guy, this Exalted Ice King. But anyways, as you can see, I'm just jumping around on a truck, and this is my first time trying out Fortnite. And I've seen people do crazy clips on this, like building insane crazy towers on this, or doing insane clips. And this is an insane clip. I drop into the water, but I didn't kill anyone. And so far, I'm struggling to find a good weapon. Because for now, I just have a pickaxe, and a pickaxe is not a good weapon, especially in a first-person shooter game, or a third-person shooter game like Fortnite. Now, I want to investigate why this game is so popular. Why do people play this game so much? And most importantly of all, is this game even a good first-person shooter game? Because I have quite a bit of shooter games on my library, like Call of Duty, then Battlefront 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Halo, Battlefield. They're all like first-person shooter games, or third-person shooter games. So I want to see how this game compares, because this game is much more popular, one of the most popular games. And I'm just completely lost around the map, as you can see. I'm just running around the rocks like an idiot. I cannot find anything, and I'm being an absolute noob, because I do not know what I'm doing, and I'm just running around, and I'm trying to find a gun. Okay, I'm trying to find a gun, like any usable gun, because I don't want to use a pickaxe, and the other thing I have, yeah, that's not really a gun. So I'm just running around and I'm trying to follow those chests, as you can see. And I didn't realize it, but apparently there's 3 other health bars here of 3 other people. So I'm assuming that those 3 other people are my teammates or something. I don't know. But I'm running around the snow and I'm thinking to myself, this map is incredibly huge. Like seriously, this map in Fortnite is so huge and it's so hard finding people. Not only that, there's a ton of biomes in this map too. So, props to the big map, I guess. But I'm not able to find any weapon or any gun in Fortnite, which is kind of annoying, because this is a shooter game, but I'm not even finding any gun. How can you call yourself a shooter game when you can't find any gun? That just makes absolutely no sense. But anyways, I'm also getting tutorials, but come on, I don't need tutorials. Okay, maybe I do need a tutorial. But I finally find something which looks like a gun, although it isn't. But then I finally find a treasure chest. But guess what it has? It has a potion, and it finally has a gun. It has a proper gun which I can use. But this gun has barely any ammo, so that's not good. So I'm going up on this house, as you can see, because there clearly is on it. But I don't open the door, because I'm too distracted on these player markers. And I'm just sprinting, running, and so far, I don't realize that that the Fortnite controls are same as in regular first-person shooter games, which is why I don't use left trigger, but I hear sounds of gunshots. So I run away, from the water, and I'm running this way. I'm running towards this shopping mall, but I see gunshots in front of my very eyes over here. I'm running away because I see gunshots over there. Someone's shooting me. Okay? There's 2 people over here, and I'm trying to shoot this guy. I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm missing, but then I'm able to knock this guy out, and I'm running. I'm at 9 HP, which is a very sticky situation to be in, and I have no stamina. I'm trying to run away, but then I get shot on my butt, and now I'm just crawling. And I think I'm done. I'm trying to use the potion, but for some reason I can't. It makes no sense. If you're injured on your legs, why can't you use your hand and just drink a potion? I know you're in a sticky situation in that bad posture to drink, but I'm not thinking about that as of right now, because another guy is running right behind me and is chasing me down, because he sees me injured and still not dead yet, and is trying to finish me off so he can get the free kill. And sadly, my other teammate is also dead. And lucky for me, he's right here. I'm trying to run into this house, but I take fall damage. And I'm trying to make it to this house. Unfortunately, I take gunshots and am killed just in front of the door entrance, which is absolutely annoying. But now, I'm in game 2. If you couldn't realize, I put a whoosh sound effect. But I'm on game 2, and I'm deciding to try out a different game mode, Blitz Royale, because this game mode is an official Star Wars game mode in Fortnite. And I love Star Wars. I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I played Battlefront 2, so this will be perfect. Unfortunately, I land right on the town, and I see a lot of people, and I don't make a good landing, causing me to take damage. And I'm running for my life because I'm seeing gunshots everywhere, but I need a good gun. And I see the reboot van, but I still don't know what the reboot van does at that time. And I'm just jumping around and running away like a coward because, hey, I'm not good at Fortnite, and I've literally been a noob. But then I see someone, and I see a lot of other people here, so because I'm assuming those are my teammates because they are. And I'm just going up the stairs of this house, trying to find some guns. And I find some guns, but unfortunately somebody's already claimed the treasure chest. But I get these guns anyway, and I find out that I have a lightsaber literally sitting in my inventory. Can you imagine? I have a bunch of common guns and a lightsaber. I replace one of my guns with a med kit, and I get gifted another lightsaber. And then it looks like for whatever weird reason, I'm just replacing and switching lightsabers. I don't know why switching lightsabers is going to do anything. But I'm just jumping on a tree, and I find out I have Mace Windu's purple lightsaber. For some reason, it is named the Jedi Apprentice lightsaber, even though Mace Windu is a literal Jedi Master. And I have 2 of my teammates over here, but I'm too stupid to know that these guys are my teammates, not enemies. And I realize that with a lightsaber, I have infinite stamina. I have a lot of stamina and I'm incredibly much faster. I'm charging my way to all these people, and I see this guy who's just shooting people. But for some reason, I think this guy is an enemy, which they aren't, which is really embarrassing. Okay, it's incredibly embarrassing. Because you literally see all 3 of these people here, and I'm just slicing my lightsaber at this one guy. This guy must think that I'm a psychopath or something. And then this guy summons a shield. No, so we're all inside the shield. Well, and so far things are going great. My teammates are destroying people, and we have a lightsaber, and then there's this one guy, which I decide to finish off. Although I realize the lightsaber animations in this game are much longer. Jeez, I thought lightsaber animations in Battlefront 2 were longer, but in Fortnite, they're even worse. You have to sit there 3 or 4 seconds waiting at your animation of your lightsaber if you miss. And then I see this guy who's taking a lot of blaster fire, and for some reason he's shooting behind me, which I don't understand why, because I don't have any vision at all. And I, for some reason, replaced my lightsaber with a gun, which is incredibly sad. So some dude steals my lightsaber, and I don't have a lightsaber anymore. I have a regular gun. And that's kind of tragic. Anyways, I'm still at 90 HP, showing that I've taken 0 damage yet from now. I'm just running around while I am seeing this guy hold my lightsaber in front of my eyes. You didn't really need to rub it in. And I see this guy who's trying to snipe people, who's trying to shoot people. Okay? And I said, this person's trying to shoot it, but they're outnumbered 4-2. Okay, or 4-3. There's a lot of people. And I get another lightsaber. Funnily enough, this is also a Mace Windu lightsaber. I'm running around, and I get my protection meter. Someone dies. I don't know how to deflect. I've attacked and knocked out this person, and I immediately think I'm a god at this game, even though I'm not. And then my teammates finish this guy off, and I get my first ever victory royale in Fortnite. And as you can see, I'm immensely happy. I'm literally showboating around with my lightsaber and jumping around. Wow. Because I thought victory royales are hard to get, which they are, especially if you're doing solos. And considering I was such a noob at the game, the only reason I won was because I had much better teammates, clearly. So anyways, it's time to hop on to Game 3 on Fortnite. And as you can see, I'm connecting. And this is the loading or the startup island. And I realized that you can use your pickaxe and attack people on the spawn island, which makes no sense to me. And I'm thinking that I'm actually doing damage to this poor random guy who's just emoting. And then I also see this guy with a Lionel Messi skin, and I realize how many collaborations have Fortnite made? Like, Fortnite has real people like Lionel Messi, Olivia Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr., and then Fortnite has fictional characters like Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, Goku, Naruto, Ichigo, Gojo. They literally have like every single person in existence as collaboration. Okay? Okay, I mean, Fortnite is notorious for having so much collaborations. Like, at this point, I'm just shocked how Epic Games are able to get this many crazy collaborations. And I try to get the medkit, but some guy rudely steals my medkit. And I see another medkit, but I'm not going after that medkit. Because I'm going after this bush over here. Yep. So, bush is more important than a medkit and being around with my teammates. Apparently. Yeah, I might as well just be the worst teammate in all of Fortnite. However, I finally cleaned the medkit and I see a lot of gunshots. Okay, a lot of gunshots. And I'm running forward because I'm running forward and I see a llama, the supply llama. But I don't care about the supply llama. I get this thing, a legendary weapon, and I just loot all these chests, as you can see over here. And I find this big gun, this really big gun, but I don't care about this big gun. Because for now, I'm prioritizing rarity over actual weapons. And as you can see, I also have weapons with, like, infinite ammo. But I am just running around. I'm doing absolutely nothing. I'm just looting chests, and I finally decide to make a run for the supply llama. Maybe it's my channel name. And this guy, my teammate, already claims the supply llama. And he's already claimed literally everything else. But I get this legendary blaster. Okay? But I swap it because this blaster looks even cooler. And for some reason, I don't claim the chug jug, which is pretty dumb. The chug jug is a really good healing weapon. Okay? And it gives you shield protection. And I see a shoes meter, which shows that there's actually more people. And this guy has a Sith lightsaber. And this guy is going out of town, destroying people with his Sith lightsaber. Which, I'm thinking, damn, I wish I could be as good as this guy. And this guy over here is trying to crawl away, and I get a Jedi lightsaber, and running towards this guy who's trying to snipe me down, but he, like me, is a complete noob, and he dies. And I decide to swap my lightsaber, and this time I get a blue-colored lightsaber instead of using the Mace Windu lightsaber. Because now, you know, I can literally be any Jedi with a blue lightsaber. Unfortunately, one of my teammates has unfortunately been killed. Then I see Lionel Messi, and I'm literally just stabbing Lionel Messi. There's this guy, which is probably Lionel Messi's teammates. And I'm absolutely destroying him. Okay, he just died. And then I see more blaster fire from this guy, and this guy gets sniped to death. And so it was my second Victory Royale in a mode. And I'm thinking to myself that I might as well just have the greatest start in all of Fortnite. I mean, literally. 2 Victory Royales in a row. Insane. And I'm again showboating excitedly and just waving around my lightsaber like a maniac. Like, only for me to swing it at my teammate's eye or something. And now it's time to go and hop on to Game 4 of Fortnite. So far, this might as well just be the greatest start that anyone's ever had in Fortnite. I mean, literally, I thought that Victory Royales were almost impossible to get in Fortnite when I first heard about Fortnite and saw people play Fortnite. And now I'm thinking to myself that, geez, this is so easy. Okay? And we load into Game 4, and I'm reunited with a familiar face. That's right. The teammate from the first, or from the second round, is also back for the 4th round. Which, it's a really familiar reunion. I also tried collecting these guns which are scattered around the map, because I think these guns and these weapons are actually gonna do something. And little did I know, these guns don't matter. So I'm just wasting my time trying to collect and pick up weapons. But, I don't know that. And also, so, I think it's time to jump and drop off this island. And so far, I haven't killed anybody with a gun. I think it's time that we realize how much better I am at lightsaber combat in Fortnite. Either that, or my opponents were just too easy. And I think my opponents were way too easy. Because now, when I'm playing Fortnite, I played a lot of Fortnite off screen, I see it is not that easy at all. Okay? It's not easy at all. And nowadays, when I play with my friend, it is incredibly hard. Okay, it's actually incredibly hard getting a win. I've gotten a lot of wins, a lot of seconds, a lot of thirds, but it's not as easy before, and I prefer using a gun now over a lightsaber. Because it's a range in it. But I already have a lightsaber sitting in my inventory, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't notice it yet, which is kind of embarrassing. And I see everyone else, every one of my teammates, everything else is in the town. Okay, they're on the town. The Pleasant Park, whatever this town name is, I really don't care. I decided to go through the rift. And I am terrified because I just go to the rift, I teleport, and now I'm free falling again. So now I tried to skydive, I'm trying to aura farm. I'm trying to land on the roof of this house and because if I'm on the roof of this house, I can then snipe people. And also, so my familiar friend over here comes to this roof, and we have 3 people on this roof sniping. And then one of my teammates decides to play a guitar, which makes no sense. I mean, we didn't even win the match and they're already emoting. But I'm trying to claim all the items from the chest, you know? No. It's kind of like Call of Duty, where there's always that one friend who has a severe addiction of collecting weapons and claiming chests. For now, I am that one player. There. But I got on the roof again because I see gunshots, and I know that with my 2 teammates, I'm going to be safe. And I can actually rely on these 2 teammates, like how I've been doing throughout the other 2 rounds. So now I see some more gunshots, and I see we are survival specialists. We get a survival award, so that's always pretty nice. And I've leveled up to level 4 in the Blitz Royale game mode. And I decided to claim this chest over here as well. And I get a Chug Jug. And a Chug Jug is really OP. And I finally find out that I actually have a Sith lightsaber. And I switched my Sith lightsaber for a Sith lightsaber. Wow. That's actually kind of stupid, you know? And I get a collateral damage AR, an assault rifle. So that's actually pretty cool. A collateral assault rifle? Damn. And I see another rift over here, and my teammates are surrounding and going around the rift, so I decided to go around the rift. And as I'm free falling, I'm trying to look for people, look for any nearby enemies. And I see gunshots and blaster fire, and this guy already died. And this guy over here is crawling, and I see this other teammate, and it looks like I have a Jedi teammate. This is one of those rare moments where a Jedi and Sith team up, kind of like Obi-Wan and Ventress. And of course, this one poor guy with a gun is not going to stop a Sith and Jedi. Okay? And it is my 3rd victory royale in a row. That's right. This is my 3rd victory royale in a row, and I've literally just hopped on Fortnite and literally just started Fortnite. Which is what's even more mind-boggling to me. This is what makes me more shocked. And sadly, I'm gonna have to learn it the hard way. That I was a complete noob in Fortnite. But for now, I think I'm the greatest player of all time. And it's time we hop on to Game 5 of Fortnite. So now we're on Game 5 of Fortnite. And I'm trying to look around for guns. Or look around for any interesting person with, like, interesting skins. Because I always love seeing people with their own unique skins. Because there's just so many different types of skins that Fortnite might have be the best game for character customization, because there's so much different types of skins in Fortnite. Like, you could literally be characters from a bunch of different movies, a bunch of different serials. And I see this legendary yellow marker, but I don't really care about it. And I don't even care what the heck these medallions mean. I don't know what the Blitz Reveal medallion means. I don't know what the Phasma medallion means. And I decided to land on this roof because I think that landing on roofs is good because one, I have the high ground, and 2, I can snipe people. So I get this chest, and looky here, I actually get a medkit and a legendary gun. And I also get this, which is a slurp potion, but I ignore it completely. So it turns out that was actually a shield potion. So I decided to get the other one, the smaller one instead. And I'm just jumping on vans, and again, I'm literally just looting around random treasure chests scattered around the map. Okay? At this rate, I might as well just find 5 million treasure chests rather than win in Fortnite. That's how much I'm having a treasure chest addiction at this stage of the game. And I find the supply llama, but again, I don't know what the supply llama does for now, so I do not know that you're gonna actually get a free lightsaber from it. So I'm gonna stay with my teammate over here. And I see this guy, which was my teammate from my last match, and there's 2 people. Okay, I tried to kill this guy, was my teammate from the last match. There's 4 or 5 people. I'm running away, I don't have any more protection or armor, and I've taken quite a bit of damage. And apparently there's a Jedi panel lightsaber unlockable. And I'm seeing bullets literally breaking all the wall like debris. And I'm trying to run to this zone, but I see that that's where the storm is. And I see the supply llama's close, but I'm taking a lot of damage. And there's like 3 or 4 people shooting me. Okay, while I'm being attacked. And then I see my teammates are doing so much well. While I am being sniped and hunted down by like 3 or 4 people, my teammates, they're just having a fun time. They've barely taken any damage, and they're all doing really well. But me, I am doing incredibly horrible. I mean, I've just ignored every lightsaber weapon. I'm on incredibly low health, and despite having a healing item, I am not healing myself, which is so dumb. And instead of opening the door like an actual person, I'm just shooting down and trying to break down the door. Again, instead of trying to heal myself with the potions I have, I'm just looting treasure chests. It's okay. Keep in mind. And the problem is, I'm used to with games having automatic healing. So in a game where you have to have manual healing, I'm not used to that. And also I find out a new mechanic in this game, knee sliding, which I do for a few seconds, for a split second, before I quit. And I'm, again, just opening loot boxes and opening treasure chests. I'm getting like a ton of gold, a ton of ammo, but not doing anything else, and I'm trying to run towards my teammates because I see they're nearby, and clearly they're doing a much better job than I am. Literally nobody has died, and literally everyone is having so much health. I decided to take a lightsaber now, and now I have a Sith lightsaber. Kinda risky, because I'm on low health, but my teammates are so good that they literally finish the job for me, and I literally do absolutely nothing in this match and somehow get a Sith lightsaber. But hey, at least I'm not being toxic or emoting, unlike my other teammates. 2 of them are literally emoting right here. Now 3, I'm the only one who's actually not emoting. And I got a lot of EXP from that Victory Royale. So that's probably like my 4th Victory Royale in a row, which has to be a crazy streak. And I don't know why I'm having such a crazy win streak. Because I realized that some people make videos that when you start out the game first, your opponents are bots. If the opponents are actually bots, then I'm like, then that explains a lot. But if my teammates were also bots, then I'd be kind of upset, you know? But hey, I'm getting the Victory Royales. So now, we're on game 6 in Fortnite, and this is the final game I play for Fortnite for today. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, this game is so fun. I can see why people grind this game for Victory Royales. And I see this guy with a yellow teddy bear looking thing. And I realize that Satoru Gojo is my teammate. That's right, Satoru Gojo is my teammate, as you can see here. And I am like, what? Satoru Gojo? And also, I tried to escape from Spawn Island, but unfortunately it failed. But bro, that is insane. The honored one, Satoru Gojo, is my teammate. So he's just gonna hollow purple anybody who tries to kill my to kill him. Or he's gonna use hollow purple on anyone who tries to kill his teammates, which would be me. And of course I'm really flattered by this. And yeah, it's a joke. Okay, to anyone who thinks this is the real Gojo, this isn't. This is just a Fortnite skin. But anyways, as I'm trying to find my teammates, especially the Satoru Gojo teammate. Because, come on, it's Satoru Gojo. It's for the memes, you know. It's for the memes. But I'm going around this town, and I see one teammate who's really close to me. So I'm trying to walk around with a blaster pistol, but then I see one of my teammates has actually died, and I see this person over here who's rolling around on the floor, who's almost dead, actually. And I try to shoot them down, but they're trying to dodge it, they're doing a good job, but in the end, they eventually die. I see another person over here with the red pants. I'm trying to shoot them down as well, and I killed this person too. And I finally found my teammate who's incredibly injured, but instead of trying to heal him or help him, or give him any potion or anything, I decided to grab the Sith lightsaber, which shows you how selfish I am in this game. I mean, I'm literally here looting around chests, and using my Sith lightsaber, while one of my teammates is literally about to die. Okay? I mean, he's literally hiding around in the house right now, while I'm just running around the house waiting for people to come nearby. And I literally destroy the house, meaning so people could easily enter this place. And then, unfortunately, my teammate dies. And I claim all of his loot. That's right, I literally steal all of my teammates' loot. But I do literally absolutely nothing. However, I am able to get his reboot card, which is the good news. So it's not all bad. Unfortunately, I'm so selfish that despite getting the reboot card on my teammate, I don't do anything. I don't go to the reboot van, which is right near, and help my teammate, and instead I'm just running around to find my other teammates, especially Satoru Gojo. And then they kill off the last guy remaining, and it's my 5th victory royale in a row. Oh, so it all worked out in the final. The end. And if only Fortnite were this easy. See, in real life too. Or in this stage of the game now. But anyways, if you've enjoyed this video and want to see me play more Fortnite in the future, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and let's beat Catcard AMP7 to the 200 sub race. This is me, and tune in next time for the next episode. Bye bye.